You can get every pseudo legendary if you can find this one pal, and today I'll be going through everything you need in order to do so. But first you'll need to make sure you have a Relaxosaurus, Celerate, Nightwing, Vanaworm, Petalia, Doomud, and Masanda. Relaxosaurus can be found anywhere around here in the daytime and at night. Celerates can be found basically on most of the coastlines. Nightwing can be found on all of these regions, both day and night. Vanaworm can be found around here as well, or on the volcano, but they're higher level. Petalia can be found in this boss battle here easily. Masanda can be found anywhere around here. Doomud can be found anywhere around this region and this region. However, as stated, we're going to need to go out and get that main pal, plus another extra one just to make sure. But first you're going to need cold armor, whether that's the cold resistant metal armor or the tundra armor. And on top of that, you are going to want a fire mount. Make sure it's fire, because as soon as it turns nighttime where we're going, it will kill you very quickly. And we're going to want to head right to the top into this area here. So just to show you slowly, this is where you start the plateau of beginnings. It's directly up, and it's this snowy area here. So I'm just going to go here to the unthawable lake, and we'll go from there. Now this can be done with Ragnarhawk, but I want to show that you can do this at a lower level with the Vanaworm. And you basically come in and we're looking for eggs. The two main eggs we're looking for is scorching eggs. I believe it's large scorching eggs. I could be wrong. We'll see when we get back. And then a huge damp egg, and then I'll show you why if we find any. So like, it does take a while, and the huge eggs specifically do not spawn much at all. They're super rare, so don't expect to be finding it. And just, it might take you a few times to find, but once you get it, it will be worth it, I promise you. But you're going to just want to check all around here, around rocks, on top of rocks, up the mountains good, and I'll show you the tower when we get up there. But as we get to the top, we'll obviously get eggs like up here and around there. On top of these are really good spots to find eggs, and there's usually some on the tower there. Oh, that actually isn't this time. That's weird. This is the first time I've ever been up and there's not been one literally right there. But if you just scan over the towers, then it's super easy to see. Like, you'll see one there, and the scorching egg will be bright red like that, so we'll go down and grab that one. And this is a large scorching egg, so I believe it is the large scorching eggs we're looking for, and that should be a Kiten. I don't think you can get anything else from them, but yeah, now we're just going to want to look out for the big blue, not that big blue thing, I don't know what that is, but yeah, we need a big blue egg, and that's the damp egg, which I have got one just in case, but I'm going to try and find one to show you guys what it looks like outside. Also, to show you guys why it's important to have the fire mount, if I do that, I'm taking 82 damage almost like every second, and that's going to kill me very quickly. So that's why we take the fire mount. It's super important you do that, otherwise you'll just die so quick and it'll be so hard to get everything back. Now, it's not just the snow that you can find them, you can actually find them at the bottom here in this patch, and these are really good. Uh-oh. I believe I heard guns. Yes, I did. Yeah, all over here. Just make sure you fly away from everything. Don't get shot by it. Stay away from everything with guns, because they're going to kill you. But yeah, all around here and on top of these, you can find them as well. So I'm going to go have a look through and see if I can find one for you. But as you can see, these eggs are nestled about everywhere. There. There's one down here. There's one up here. They're just... You've got to look everywhere for them. We do have 2 damp eggs, but these will just be normal little small ones by the looks of them. And these tend to be pangolets, so don't get too excited about them. Now, that run wasn't successful, but like I said, it is difficult to find. You will find them all around here. Just keep looking around this section. The snow and the grasslands down here. You're looking for the giant, well, the huge blue eggs, the huge damp eggs, which we do have here. So we'll hatch them, and we'll hatch some of the other stuff just so you can see some of the things that you'll get from here. So we'll hatch what we want first, which is the large scorching eggs, which should be the Kitsuns, which are these things. So we definitely want some of them, and those are going to be for part of the breeding process to get something. So we have 2 of them, and this is the guy that you're going to want as the huge damp egg, which is Suzaku Aqua. which, I mean, is not the best. But yeah, these are what you can get from the huge frozen eggs as well. You can also get stuff like a Mammarist Crist, easy Mammarists, because, you know, they're not the easiest things to tame at a low level. King Packer Crist, also really good, helps you with your weight and everything. And then, yeah, just more of that stuff. The small damp eggs, like I said, tend to be Pengullets, so yeah, don't be ashamed by that. That's probably what you're gonna get. But I mean, I'll let you find out what the rest of the things are, Vannerworm Crist, and we'll catch you when we're starting the actual breeding. Now, you're going to want to follow each step here because you're going to need certain ones that we're going to breed for later steps as well, just to make sure that you have all of the best creatures you can. And we're going to start off with Relaxosaurus and Celery. And whilst we wait for them to lay the egg, make sure you're dropping a like if you're enjoying the content, guys. And wait until the end where I'm going to show you a secret. And once they've bred up, you'll have a huge rocky egg. And the huge rocky egg is going to be the one and only, as I'm sure a lot of you know already, Anubis, which will show up right now. And as soon as you've got him, we'll swap him out with Anubis and Vannerworm. Now this is going to give us a huge Scorching Egg, which the huge Scorching Egg is going to give us a really good flyer. And this flyer is also going to help us get another really good pal. And this is Phalaris. So now you're going to want to swap out Vannerworm for Doomud, and Anubis and Doomud are going to make a baby. And these two are going to make an electric egg. So once we hatch this, it's not going to give us anything that great. You may have it already, but this is something that we need. This is a Rayhound. And now you want to put together Massander and Rayhound. These gives us a huge electric egg, which gives us Grisbolt. And finally, for our first pseudo legendary, we're going to put together Relaxosaurus and Grisbolt. These two will give you a huge dragon egg, and this huge dragon egg is probably my favorite one of the lot. It's going to give you the one and only Orzek, which is great. I love this guy. And then you're going to want to put together Suzaku Aqua and Nightwing. A strange combination, I know, but trust me, we're going to get there. And whilst waiting, you can make a really good planter with the Massander and Petalia that you got, because you're going to want these Lylines. Now, these Lylines are great. They're level 4 planting, so they're going to keep everything planting as quick as possible. So the Suzaku Aqua and the Nightwing is going to give you this beacon, which if you haven't got already is an incredible mount. And then whilst you've got Suzaku Aqua in there, you're going to want to change out for a Relaxosaurus. And these next three are going to be 3 more pseudo legendaries. So these two are going to drop a huge dragon egg, and this is going to give us Astagon. Look at that guy. Now, we do have a problem. Astagon's a male, so is Suzaku Aqua, so we got to make some more to make sure that we actually have a female Astagon. Now that we have a female, we want to put together the Suzaku Aqua and the Astagon. Now, these will breed together a huge Scorching Egg, and this is going to be Suzaku. So now we have Suzaku. Now it's time for Kiten and Astagon. Now these two are going to give you a huge Dark Egg, which is a fun one and possibly my favorite of the pseudo legendaries. As now we've hatched Shadowbeak. I love this one. Now you may run into the same problem as me. We only have a male of each Anubis and Suzaku for the next one. So we're just currently waiting for another Anubis from these two. This is Broncherry and Relaxosaurus. You can get it as well. And while I wait, I'm still making the Shadowbeaks because they're my favorite, and I just want to build a really good one. But finally, after my 9th Anubis, we've got Anubis and Suzaku working in the breeding farm. From these two, we're going to get a huge dragon egg. Now this one's a really good one. It's going to give you great stuff around the base. And from this, we get a normal Yormantide. Now on to our final two. You're going to want to put together Beacon and Yormantide. Now this is one that I haven't really seen at all inside of PalWorld, and I don't see people using it much, so I'm not actually sure that many people know about this one. Now from these two, we should get a large Dark Egg, a huge Dark Egg, sorry, which is going to give us something that, like I said, really hasn't been seen that much at all, and I haven't seen covered anywhere really. But it's a Menacing. Now Menacing does have mining level 3, lumbering level 2, and when fighting together it increases your defense, and the electric pals drop more when defeated. It also can drop coal and venom glands, which is pretty strange, but yeah, it is pretty tough, it's pretty strong, and it's definitely one that people should be looking at, but I really haven't seen anybody doing that. However, we're now on to the final one. So finally, we're putting together Phalaris and Yormantide. Now, these two do give us a huge rocky egg. However, before I open it, I do need to give you some bad news. As you may know, Blazamot is a thing in the game, who is a really cool fire creature and can only be gotten in two ways. You can't breed it up, sadly. You can get him at a level 49 boss battle here, which is on the volcano, or in the top right corner, there's a safari zone that you can go to, and you can find them there, but good luck catching them. They're quite difficult. However, if you go at night and they're sleeping, it's easier to try and catch them there with a higher level ball without even attacking. That bit of information I learned from Tag, so shout out to you. But with the huge rocky egg, we do get a War Sect, which is a pretty cool one. I'm not sure whether it's a pseudo legendary and can be found at level 30 just over here on the Gobfin's turf. But it's a pretty cool one, and that is how you get every pseudo legendary other than Blazamot in PalWorld. Whether if you want to see me completely breed and max out a Relaxaurus with all its IVs and passive skills, click on this video on screen now, and I'll catch you in the next one.